Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna, Sarvadrk Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. You are muted. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare.
Prabhuji.
Not able to see you. Thank you very much for your valuable time and association. Fortunate to have His Grace Sarvadrk Prabhu, senior disciple of Prabhupada, traveling and preaching. I don't know. Right now, I think he's in somewhere else. Where you are, Prabhu, located now? Vrindavan?
I'm in Rohini.
Rohini, Jai. So, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj is erected that 17 temple. Now, I heard yesterday or this week, another temple has opened up somewhere in Delhi, 18th or 19th. You can go ahead, start, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, you are on mute. They're not able to hear you. It seems unmuted, but still you can't hear somehow. Your mic or the computer or cell phone.
Okay.
Yep, we can hear you now. Perfect.
Okay. I think it was reverting back to the headphones I was using in my headphone. Okay, Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pujari Nirvishesha Shandavadi Paschatari Shatani Panchakopata Vishcha Kripa Sandhya Shantika Lampaya Vishnu. So offer my obeisances to all devotees. Srila Prabhupada, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Supreme Personality and Godhead of God. Hare Krishna. So I've been asked to speak today on Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, text 54 and 55, the last two verses of the chapter. This is a very interesting chapter because Arjuna, to back up a little bit, Arjuna asks Krishna, I want to see you as you are. And then Krishna shows his universal form. And Arjuna isn't happy to see this form. It's something like if a young man, a young boy, has a father who is a police officer, and he comes home kicking down the door, guns blazing. I don't want to see you like that. I want to see you as daddy. So when Arjuna sees the extraordinary form of Vishwarup Darshan, the universal form of Krishna, I don't want to see you like that. He's very fearful. Armies entering into the mouths, blazing mouths, destruction, power, opulence. I don't want to see you like that. I want to see you as you are. So Krishna shows his four-armed form. And Krishna says, no, I don't want to see you. I want to see your original form, Soumya Roop. So Krishna shows his two-armed form, his beautiful form of Sham Sundar. And then in text 53, Krishna says, Anyway, I don't have the verses anymore. Anyway, Krishna says it's not by austerity, it's not by penance, it's not by donation, it's not by Vedic study. Vedesha Durlabham Dirlabham Atma Bhakto. Krishna says, I'm not understood by this way. I'm understood by your devotional service. Then he speaks this verse. Bhakta Tvananya Shakya Aham Vidam Vivajana Gyatam Drashtam Chetatina Pravishtam Chaparantapa. The verse again, it's a very long purport. So if we read both purports to both verses, most of the class will be finished. So I'll try and touch on some of the things, relevant points from these two verses. So Krishna can only be revealed by bhakti. He's not controlled by any other thing. Why is that? Because Krishna is Supreme Personality of God. What can you give him? Can you give him money to get his attention? Can you do austerity? Can you give some gift, some bribe? Okay, now I want to see. Krishna is Supreme, Saraswati Thakur would say, the transcendental autocrat. He does whatever he wants, but he's controlled by his devotee. In the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we read the story of Javasa Muni and Ambarish Maharaj. In that verse, we read the verse, Aham Bhakta Paradino, Rasatanta Ivadvaja Sadhu Virgastavadam Bhaktar Bhakta Jalapana. Because I have no independence. I'm controlled by my devotee. Krishna only responds to bhakti. And we should know what kind of bhakti. Ananyaya bhakti. Prabhupada translates Ananya bhakti as freedom from fruitive intention, fruitive activities, and mental speculation. So we should ask, we should understand what that means, because Krishna says, if you're contaminated by fruitive intention and mental speculation, you can't achieve it. So we should understand what is the obstacle. Fruitive work means I'm working and I will enjoy the result. Like a person does business. He invests money, he works hard, he profits, and he enjoys the profit. This is fruitive work. A devotee may also work hard and profit, but that money is for the satisfaction of the Lord. This is called karma yoga. He wants to work and offer the result to Krishna. So Krishna is understood by this type of, initially by karma yoga, nishkam karma yoga, but ultimately bhakti means, now I only want to serve you. Whatever you want me to do, I'm ready to do. And this nishkam karma means yat karoshi, yat yadishnashi, yastahorsi dadasi, yat tapasasi kuntaya, but kurashva madarpanam. That whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, give away, whatever austerity you perform, says madarpanam, you offer to me. In other words, the person's not thinking, whatever Krishna wants me to do, I'm ready to do. You think, I want to do this, and I'll offer the result to Krishna. This is also amazing. Such a rare soul that wants to serve Krishna with the fruit of its labor. There's a higher stage, and that higher stage is whatever Krishna wants me to do, I'm ready to do that. Because I want to end my situation, my duration of bondage in the material world. I'm done with material life. I want out. And there's only one way out, and that is pure devotional service. What is pure devotional service? Rupa Goswami tells us in Nectar of Devotion, Anyabilashita Shunyam, Jnana Karmadhyanavitam, Anukulyena Krishnanushilanam, Bhakti Uttam. Uttam Bhakti is our ticket out of this material world. Jnana Karmadhyanavitam. Again, no karma. I'm working, I want to enjoy the fruit, and no jnana. The jnanis speculate what is God, is this God, is that God, neti. They want to understand God by the process of speculation, but that's not the process. Krishna is only understood by bhakti. Well, there's a nice section in Srimad Bhagavatam. I'm forgetting which canto. Anyway. Anyway, I forgot which canto. Anyway, the story is that Parikshit Maharaj is inquiring from Shukadeva Goswami how to become free from this material world. And Shukadeva Goswami advises him, Tapasa Brahmajarjena, Samena Chantamena Chagena Satya Suchanyo, niyamena, that practice brahmacharya, practice cleanliness, austerity, sacrifice, do all these things. And this will free you from the reaction to sinful life. And it's true. One who does this type of thing becomes free from the reactions of sinful life. But it doesn't address the root cause of our bondage in the material world. In the text and in Srila Prabhupada's purport, it's explained that this kind of activity is like a forest fire. Forest fire burns through all the trees are finished, burned to the ground, ashes, nothing left. But as soon as the rain falls, ashes are washed away. And because the root is still there, everything grows back. So Parikshit Maharaj, being a very thoughtful, self-realized devotee, he says, well, there must be something more, because this doesn't cause that prayaschitam. He says this is like the bathing of an elephant. Atishnan. That elephant bathes very nicely.
Sixth canto, Prabhu, you're talking about. Sixth canto, Rajamil's first
Correct, sixth canto.
First chapter, Prayaschitam Mathokatam. Yeah, Prayaschitam Vimarshanam. I think you are muted again, Prabhu. Prabhuji, you got muted again.
It becomes very clean. Then he comes out of the water. Is the first thing he does. He throws dirt all over himself.
Prabhu, we can't hear you. You got muted again somehow.
You can't hear me. I'm not sure what to do. I just have my computer. I don't have headphones.
We can hear now.
You can hear better?
Yeah, we can hear now.
Okay. So elephant goes in the water, sucks up the water, sprays it all over his body, becomes spotlessly clean. And when he comes out of the water, what is the first thing he does? He throws dirt all over himself. So this is the nature of prayaschitam, atonement, to atone for sin. It's like in Christian church. They go on Sunday, Catholic church, they make a prayer to the priest. They beg forgiveness. They beg to forgive me, Father, I've sinned. They say, yes, yes, chant Hail Mary, okay, you're done. But they come back next Sunday and they have the same problem, because they don't have a problem, they don't have a process to remove the desire for sinful life from within their heart. So this is the nature of the elephant. He goes in, claims himself, then he throws dirt all over himself. So prayaschita is not the process, it's not the solution to our problem of having a heart polluted with material desire. The real solution is given a couple of verses later. Kechik kevalaya bhaktya vasadeva parayana agam dun vanstikasneya niharam ila vaskara. The kechik kevala bhakti. Kechik means a very few people. Only the most fortunate people. Manusharam sahasreshu kasyaditadisada. Devotees are 1 in a million would take to this process of Krishna bhakti. Kevala bhakti. Kevala bhakti means pure devotional service. Anyavilashita shunyam, making any other aspiration in life zero. I don't want anything else, only to please Krishna. I'm done with material life. I want to go back home, back to Godhead. This is Kechit, rare soul that takes to Kevala bhakti, which is the only solution to our problems. Vasudeva Parayana. Vasudeva Parayana means the devotees. Agam Dunvanti Karsneya. The Agam means sin. Dunvanti. Dun means a cloud or fog. And that fog of sinful life is dissipated by the process of Kevala Bhakti. And the example is very nice. In the wintertime, especially here in this Delhi area, sometimes there's very heavy fog. Trains can be delayed by 20 hours, like a full day sometimes, because they can't run in the heavy fog. But as soon as the sun comes out, the fog is dissipated. Agam Dunvanti Niharam Eva Bhaskara. Bhaskara means the sun. So the fog of our sinful life, the fog of the impurity in our own heart is dissipated by Kevala Bhakti. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings about this also in his Arunodaya Kirtan, I think Arunodaya Kirtan, that Jivana Anitya Janaha Savatahe Nana Diva Vipanama Namashaya Kori Jatunitu Tapaha Puragam. He says that the sun of Krishna, Krishna's sun rises in my heart and dissipates all the unwanted things. We have many tools like this also. This is Bhagavatam also. Krishna Swadamo Bhagate Dharma Jnana Divisa Hello Nashta Drishamesha Purana Purana. That this Srimad Bhagavatam is as brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen after the departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by knowledge, religion, etc. Men in this dark age of Kali will get light from this Purana. They're just hearing Bhagavatam, hearing a holy name, hearing Hari Katha, topics about Krishna, cleanses our heart of all unwanted things. Bhagavatam says, Shandatam Ganayastam, Shandatam Shadaya Vinitas. My brain is, I've been trying to.
Prandatam Sradhaya Nityam Gurnanti Swachestita Kalena Navati Dirghena Bhagavan Visate Hudi.
Just hearing about Krishna, that transcendental sound of Krishna's name entering our ear and coming to.
So we again muted.
What's that?
We can't hear.
You can't hear.
No, it's a very low voice. At least I can't hear. Others are able to hear. At least I'm not able to hear.
We can't hear, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Low voice, very low voice.
Good volumes as high as it goes.
We can hear a little bit, but it's hard to.
Okay, I can see this. Input volume is as high as it will go. Try speaking louder.
Still we can't hear, bro.
You still can't hear. How about this?
Yeah, perfect. Go ahead.
Is that better?
Yeah. Go ahead. No.
Okay. Obstacles today. My apologies. So Bhagavatam is saying just by hearing, Vinatishat Swachestitam, Kalena Nati Dirgena Bhagavan Vishate Vidi. That Lord manifests himself in our heart. To what extent? Srila Prabhupada was being interviewed in the airport, and one lady was a little aggressive. She shoved the microphone in Prabhupada's face and said, "Do you see God? Are you really seeing God?" Prabhupada said, "Yes." And my godbrother Rameshwar Prabhu said, "Oh, this is too much." Because what's the newspaper going to say? Swami says he sees God. So he said, well, he sees, like, in an analogical way, he sees God in the sun, he sees God in other people, he experiences love of God. Prabhupada said, "No, I see God." So the reporter said, "Well, what is he doing?" So Prabhupada closed his eyes. He is sitting. Krishna is sitting in the heart. Santa Sadaiva Kadesha Vilokayanti. Why? Yam Shama Sundaram Chanti. Premanjana Charita. Because eyes are anointed with sabha of love. How do we get that Anjana? Is it available in the market? Can you order it on Amazon? Send some Premanjana. Is it on sale? 2 for 1 special? Buy one, get one? 50% off? Where will you get Anjana? Premanjana? By hearing. It's the foundation of our whole spiritual life. And by that hearing, then it's possible to get this Ananya Bhakti that Krishna is saying is the only way by which I can be known. There's no other way. You can't bribe him. You can't do austerity, prayaschitam, atone for sins, karma, jnana. But this by Ananya Bhakti. And what is the result? He said, Gyatum drashtum. You can know me and you can see me. As I'm seeing you, you're seeing me. Actually, we're seeing it electronically. But face to face, darshan, sakshat darshan is possible. To that extent, Krishna says you can know me, you can see me, only by bhakti. So what is this bhakti? Bhakti means I don't want anything from Krishna. I just want to please, and he is so easily pleased. He says, Patyam pushpam phalam toyam, yomi bhaktya parachte, karam bhakti viparitam, ashtami payatam. Twice he's saying bhakti in the same verse. Just by bhakti, by pleasing him, by having the desire to please him. And this is rare, Prabhus. In this verse, Manushyanam Sahasreshu says, among 1,000 of who Manusha, if we take the aggregate total of all living beings, then a devotee who wants to know and please Krishna is one in billions of unlimited numbers. Because living beings are expanded everywhere. How many fish are in Ganga? How many bacteria are in a square meter? Worms and insects and grass and bacteria and amoebas and ants and all different creatures in a square meter of earth. There's millions of living beings. What to speak of the creation of one planet, one universe, billions of universes. So Krishna is saying, Manushanam, amongst human beings, hardly anybody wants to know the truth. No one has the capacity to ask the important questions of life. Who am I? Why am I here? What is the purpose of life? Who is God? Why I have to die? Why I have to become old age, disease? Why is life such a struggle? Most people have no brain. I'm always amazed. We flew here from Calcutta, and the class of person on these airplanes is so low. I mean, they want to wear some name brand thingamajig on every anga of their body. You know, designer shoes, designer watch, designer jewelry, designer clothes, designer jacket, designer pants, designer hairstyle. Everything is, and this is the perfection of your life. And they struggle their whole life for that. Sita ata vabhakta varisha, idime jama vijagya. Ipale sevina kripana durajana chapala sukha lavalaya. For chapala sukha, to present themselves to society. See my success, see my gold jewelry. See my designer carry-on bag, my designer purse. I spent 1 lakh on this purse. Eat your heart out. See how successful I am. See my car, my bungalow, my wife, my kid. And the whole thing is wrapped up and finished in a second. In a second, the whole thing is finished. Because this material world is just grinding us. Krishna says, Kalo Smi Bhagavatam. It's taking everything away by time. Everything is taken away from us. So what is the meaning? It's at the end of life. If you have a Versace purse or a Rolex watch or an iPhone, how did it help you? When the last breath, how did it help you? When the last breath comes, how did it help you? It cannot help you. The people struggle for this thing. So who is that great soul who gets the opportunity to know Krishna? Who only wants to please Krishna, wants to give him something, give him his heart. And Krishna is so easily pleased by love. It's like a father and mother. A child may offer the father and mother a little toffee. Said, Mama, Mata, Papa, you please taste one. It's so delicious, so very good. You have one. And the mother and father thinks, oh, my child, and their heart melts. My child loves me. An exchange of love. Where did the kid get the candy? From their parents. And where do we get all the items of worship with which we offer to the, where did the fruit come from? Where did the flower come from? The water, the leaf. It's all Krishna's energy. The puja samagri, the brass, the conch, the agarbatti. It's all his energy. It's all earth transformed. Our body is also earth transformed. Everything's Krishna. What can we give to someone who owns everything, who's the source of everything? What is that one thing that he can't demand from us? That is bhakti. That is our attention, our love, our desire to please. So that desire, bhakti sadhana means to fan that flame, try and increase that mood, that greed. I simply want to please Krishna. Eternally. Mama janmani janmani shore bhavatad bhaktir ahaitu. I don't want anything else. I've done all that. And Bhagavatam tells us this. Who is that great soul who is chanting holy name? Ho bhata sapacho do kariyan yakshavarti vartite namatugam. Tepus tapastoy jihu stasnaraya brahma nutra nama grananti. If someone has the holy name on the tip of their tongue, they've done everything else in their life. They've done yoga, real yoga, not this bogus gymnastic yoga. They've done real yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Patanjali, the system, Ashtanga Yoga. They've done yoga, they've done dhan, they've done tapasya, they've done Vedic study, they've gone on Tirtha Yatra, they've taken bath in holy, they've done everything in a previous lifetime because the holy name is in the tip of their tongue. So those devotees have the opportunity to see Krishna, to go to Krishna. Because Krishna is waiting for us. When will you come? You've been in this material world how many lifetimes? But when will you come back to me? I'm waiting for you. So we should understand the depth of this philosophy that is available to us in the form of this wonderful Bhagavad Gita. One of my god sisters asked the God Brother, so what are you reading, Prabhu? So I'm reading Bhagavad Gita. He says, Bhagavad Gita, only Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is as deep as the ocean, and it's just our beginning Shastra. It is the beginning, and it's as deep as the ocean. But to speak of Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Upanishads, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Itihasa, Satsandharma. I don't know if you've ever taken the opportunity to thumb through the pages of Satsandharma. Such deep philosophy. You have to focus your brain for half an hour just to try and grasp the purport of one page of Jiva Goswami's writing. We have this beautiful, incredible opportunity at our fingertips to hear about Krishna and fan this flame of greed to have Krishna. Because this is the price. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamahi Priyatam Yadikatopi Labdhite Tachamoyam Ekam Chaktam Mulam Ekalam Janmakoti Sukritar Nalabdhite. Millions of lifetimes will not give you bhakti. Just like we were discussing. Millions of lifetimes of tapasya, being a brahmachari, doing fasting. Like here, I don't know where it is anywhere else, but in Mayapur, all the devotees are mad at this little bunch of something. What is this? Some fasting towards the end of Kartik. Bhishma Panchak. Bhishma Panchak. Bhagavad never mentioned it anywhere. You can search the whole folio, it's not there. And to do a little austerity, even a big austerity, is helpful for a spiritual life, but you don't get Krishna by not eating, by restricting your diet. Austerity is good, it's wealth of the Brahmins, okay, all well and good. But Krishna is not impressed by our austerity. He's impressed by our love for him, that we can express by curtailing sensual activity, that's true. But the real value, how do we get bhakti? We get bhakti from devotees, from pure devotees. Maharaj Rahugana said this, or he was told this by Jen Bharat. Rahugana tat tapasani yati nachetshiva nirva kamadvihadva. The chandasanaya vijalagdaswar vinam hatpada rajo vishekam. He said you can't get Krishna bhakti by austerity. Some yogis, they, in the blazing heat of summer, they'll build fire around themselves. As if the blazing heat of June in Rajasthan or someplace isn't enough. They'll build a fire around themselves and basically cook themselves and meditate, transcend the intense feeling of blazing heat. Or in the biting, chilly winter season, they'll immerse their body in freezing water and meditate. Krishna's not available by that. He's not available by brahmacharya. He's not available by perfect execution of the duties of grihastha, ashram, vanaprastha ashram, sannyasa ashram. How do we get Krishna? Padaraja, from the dust of the lotus feet of a niskinshana devotee. A devotee, a pure devotee, who has no other interest in life than to serve Lord Krishna, to broadcast the glories of Lord Krishna, and to go back to Lord Krishna. So where we find a person like that? Are they standing on every street corner, dishing out pure devotional service? It's such a rare thing. Where do we get the Adaraja, the dust of the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada? That dust, unfortunately, is all gone. I was fortunate to get that dust. It's a nice story. People ask me, Prabhu, what was your personal association with Srila Prabhupada? This is a story. I walked right into his room. I thought it was a bathroom. And Prabhupada was standing there chanting japa. I opened the door and he goes, yes? I said, Hare Krishna. I was very shocked to see my Guru Maharaj standing there chanting japa. And like a fool, I closed the door. I thought I'm disturbing Srila Prabhupada. I should have thrown myself at his feet, begged mercy, touched his feet, begged for some personal instruction, but I thought I'm disturbing him, so I closed the door. But it was my immense good fortune that his shoes were just outside the door. I put my foolish, stupid head, took the dust of his lotus feet. And this is the process of getting mercy. From the dust of lotus feet and devotees. So where is that dust? Where is the dust of Prabhupada? See, that Bapu Seva dust is gone. But Vani Seva dust, the Vani Seva dust, the lotus feet of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is always available to us. Heaps and pounds, kilograms of that dust is always available by studying his books, by serving in his institution, by following his instructions, by remembering him, by reading Lila Amrita. All these things are in the category of Vani Seva. Prabhupada explained, Vani Seva is eternal. We say Chakudan Diloje Janme Janme. Prabhupada say every ISKCON devotee is singing this song to Prabhupada. This is very, very meaningful, profound. Every ISKCON devotee sings this song to Prabhupada, Guru Puja. That person who's opened my eyes with a torch, he is my Lord, birth after birth. So we're works in progress. Prabhupada isn't done with this yet. We get his association eternally. That doesn't mean that we jump over his representative or your Guru Maharaj, but it means that there's a ISKCON in the spiritual world. And we want the service of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, and that's what it means to be an ISKCON devotee. That we revere the founder, Acharya, not just the founder who founded an institution, say, okay, let it be, I'm done. But he say, Acharya, there's one Acharya, there's only one Acharya. There'll always be only one Acharya, ISKCON. And that is Srila Prabhupada. So we get his Vani Seva, his mercy by serving us in his institution, by following the sadhana method, the protocol, sadhana protocol that he set out for every ISKCON devotee, rising early, chanting 16 rounds. If you're initiated, you've made this vow, you chant 16 rounds, follow your vow, you promise, follow your 4 rules to the best of your ability, be the best devotee you can be, and try and do something to promote the objectives of ISKCON, which is what? ISKCON for ISKCON's sake? No. ISKCON for the benefit of society, that society can take advantage of the wonderful, most invaluable gems of spiritual knowledge that we're distributing for free. We're standing on the street corners, chanting holy name. Take this, take it. Who will take it? We're distributing most valuable books, and some people throw them in the trash. When Prabhupada was informed of this, Srila Prabhupada, sometimes they throw Srimad Bhagavatam in the trash. Prabhupada responded, they throw their babies in the trash. What can be done? So who will take advantage of these great blessings? Who will distribute them? And who will take the Vani Seva dust from the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada? Because this is a process to become self-realized, not by austerity. And this is what we're reading here. So in the last verse, there's different things mentioned. Their qualifications. In other words, to become Krishna conscious isn't a pie in the sky. Just, okay, I'll just do it. It's like if you want to get a degree, if you want to earn a postgraduate degree, there's qualifications. You have to take this course, that course, accumulate so many credits. There's many qualifications. You have to pay a lot of money. Many qualifications are required to earn that degree. So to earn the Krishna degree, to earn our ticket back to Godhead, there's many things required. Krishna says you have to, number 1, you have to engage in my pure devotional service. Number 2, we discussed this, to become free from the contamination of the tendency for fruitive activity. Fruitive activity means what? I, me, mine. I, me, mine. Everything is about me. I'm the center of the world. Get out of my way. I'm the boss. My way or the highway. Do as I say. Profit is everything. I am the enjoyer. Ishwaraham aham bhogi sadoham balavan sapi. This is fruitive mentality. Krishna says you have to be completely free from that and from jnana marg, mental speculation, which ultimately ends in the insane desire to become God, to merge, give it one's individual identity, and to merge with God, which is impossible. Krishna told Arjuna, Natvevaham jatu nasam natam nime janadipachayvacha bhavishami sarve vayam atakparam. Never there was a time when I did not exist, nor you, Arjuna, nor in the future, all these kings, none of us. Everyone, Arjuna is always Arjuna. The body may change, but the soul never changes. The soul isn't cut to pieces. It's not dried, withered by the wind, burnt by fire. He's eternal. Najayate mayate va kadachan. Kadachan, at any time. He never is born, he never dies. He's eternal, he's ever existing. So the body may change, but the soul doesn't change. Arjuna is always Arjuna. He doesn't become Krishna, Krishna doesn't become Drona, Drona doesn't become Yudhishthira, all mixed up homogeneously. It's a bogus idea. Krishna also says in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that Mamaevangsho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta, Sanatana, Manashastam Indriyani, Prakritistani Prashiti. That you're Mama Eva Angsha, that you're my Angsha. Temporarily, as the Mayavadis falsely proclaim, we're eternally Mama Maya, Mamaevangsho Jiva Bhuta, Sanatana. Sanatana means eternal. We eternally Angsha, we eternally fragmental. Not that the part becomes the whole, or that the whole has expanded himself into the parts, and you put them all together, and then you get Param Brahma, the Supreme Lord, Nirakar Brahma. How foolish idea. Krishna calls it foolish, stupid. So we have to become free, completely free from fruitive activity, from desire for speculative understanding, And he says we have to work for Krishna. That means that whatever we're doing, we should be dovetailed for the satisfaction of God. Okay, we have families to take care of. We have daughters to get married. We have hospital bills, dental bills, mortgages. So many bills are there, but there should be some portion of our income used for the satisfaction, for propagating the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We should work and use the fruit of our work for the purpose of distributing and expanding the Krishna consciousness movement. And we should directly work, because devotees are all meant to be preachers. Ladies can preach, teenagers can preach, even children can preach, retired people, brahmacharis, grihastas, sannyas, everybody can preach Krishna consciousness, do their part. This is called cooperation. And cooperation requires to appreciate what other people are doing. So if we appreciate each other and cooperate together, we should try to push on the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as I understand it from Srila Prabhupada. And this is also working for Krishna. Or Prabhupada mentions in the purport that even the smallest thing, the watering Tulsi, any poor man can take some water and pour it on Tulsi, pick the Tulsi leaves, offer to Shalagram, offer to Gauritai, Jagannath, Krishna, and please the Lord by the smallest work, taking care of a Tulsi tree. This has immense power. We read this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The prostitute that was converted by Haridas Thakur became a great devotee by sitting in front of Tulsi and chanting the holy name. Just those two things, such power to convert a person from gross sinful life into becoming pure devotee by sound and by serving a pure devotee, Srimati Vrinda Devi, in the form of Tulsi. So we should work for Krishna. We should make Krishna the supreme goal of our life. This is an important principle. Because if Krishna is not the goal of our life, what is? This is the whole problem of material life. I was standing there watching people waiting for my bag to come down the elevator, the turnaround thing. And everyone's like pushing, shoving, me first, get it on my bag, trying to get in front of each other. Okay, everyone, the bags are all going to come out. No need to rush. No need to stress. You're going to get your bag. No problem. You don't have to be first. Everyone's completely absorbed in me, my interest, my money, my prestige, my property, my possessions, my bank account, my car, my clothes, my jewelry, I, me, mine. I'm just like overwhelmed looking at all these people frantic for their bag. It's going to come out, everybody. No need to rush. Or they jump up, the plane stops. And before it's even stopped moving, people are jumping up to grab their bag, open that hatch and grab it, and rush down the corridor. I'm first. And what are they going to do? They're going to stand and wait for their bag. Just take a deep breath, get up, gently walk down the aisle, be there, and your bag's waiting for you. No problem. People are so passionate, so absorbed in their own sense of self-importance. I am the center. I am the center of the world. Me and my bag. So we have to give up this mentality. If we want to be Krishna conscious, we have to give up this mentality. We have to make Krishna and Krishna's happiness the goal of life. We want to broadcast the glories of Krishna, make Krishna popular. You can't imagine, I'm sitting here in this temple. I forgot I'm coming on Sunday. And it is packed with people. There's probably 10,000 people here for darshan. This temple is the cynosure of attention of the entire Rohini sector, the whole city. You know, from any vantage point, the Viman, what do they call it? Gopuram just dominates the skyline. People are coming here in droves to see this, just to see the beauty of this temple, of Panchatattva, Radha Madhava, Lalita Vishaka, Ram Dharma. They're lined up to see, because this is the amazing culture, this most pious place, Bharat Varsha. So we should make Krishna the goal of life, build temples, distribute books, stand on the street, shouting Krishna's name, Krishna, 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 not you, Krishna, not yours, not I, me, mine, Krishna. He's the center of attention, he's the Lord, and you'll be happy if you acknowledge that and become his devotee. We should be friendly to every living being. Number 5. That's an important thing. This is a symptom of a Madhyam Adhikar, devotee. He cultivates friendship, prema maitri, kamo kripopeksha. Ishvatara dineshu balasheshu disachicha. For Lord, for Ishwar, he wants to develop prema. And for adineshu means devotees. We should establish friendly relationships with devotees, which means number 1, give up envy. We should be joyful when a devotee gets a raise, gets a position, has big profit in his business, gets married, gets a husband, gets a wife, gets a baby, gets a new home, a new car, some prosperity comes to him. We should be joyful for them. Not envious, not thinking, why not me? Why I didn't get that money? Why I didn't get that raise? What makes them think they're so special? We have to kick out envy because there's no place for it. It's called nirmatsaranam. Matsarata means a person can't tolerate the progress of another person, but devotee means nirmatsaranam satam. The satam, the devotees are nirmatsarata. They're not envious of anybody. They're joyful to see the progress of another person. So Krishna is saying this is one of the qualifications. You want to come to me? You have to be friendly to every other living being. And Prabhupada comments in the purport. I find it very powerful. In the purport to this verse, Prabhupada wrote, this verse, 1155, quote unquote, is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. The essence of Bhagavad Gita. If you read Bhagavad Gita and you don't get this out of your reading, you miss the whole point. You drop the ball. You miss the point. These things are important. I'll read them again. To engage in pure devotional service, pure bhakti, no contamination, fruitive activity, or mental speculation. Work for Krishna, make Krishna the supreme goal of life. Be friendly to every living being. This is a formula for success and probably called the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So if we just can understand this one verse from Bhagavad Gita, we understood everything. And what is the result of that? The result is, Krishna says, you can see me. Rupa Goswami says, don't go see Krishna. If you want to enjoy this material world, family, society, friendship, and love, then don't go see that beautiful boy who's standing on the bank of Keshikai in the moonlight with his flute to his lips. Don't go see him. Because if you see Krishna, your whole material life is finished. This is why people are hesitant to become a devotee of Krishna, because they inherently know, oh, I'll have to, I might have to sacrifice something here to get Krishna, to get the supreme goal of life. This is a very different mentality than the people who come to Lord Shiva, Ganesh, Saraswati, Durga. They're business people. They're baniyas. I'll give you, I did your puja, now you bless me. They don't want anything. They don't want the deity. They don't want Lord Shiva. They don't want Ganesh. They want what Lord Ganesh and Lord Shiva can do for them. It's just a business transaction. No love, no devotion. That's why we can't say Shiva Bhakti, Ganesh Bhakti, Shiva Kirtan, Ganesh Kirtan. It's a business transaction. They want something. Kama is tasta hrita jnana. Tam tam nemastaya prakrita niyataswaya. They're worshiping, but in an improper way. Why? Because their hearts are full of calm. And what do they get? They can't get the goal of life. Antavatu palam tesham tadbhavatu alpamena. Devan devayajo yanti mad bhakti yanti mamapi. Krishna says, whatever the demigods can give you, even Lord Shiva, what even Lord Shiva can give you, he's Guna avatar of the Lord. But he can't give you liberation. He can't give you liberation. It's antava. His blessings come to an end. But mad bhakta yanti mamapi. Yanti means they go. Where do they go? We go back to Krishna. And Yagatvanani Vartante Tadama Puramamama. We never come back to this material world. What more anyone wants, and any thinking person has to admit there's nothing more in life to achieve than this, Krishna Bhakti. To leave this material world, not to stay here. If you examine every other religion on the surface of the globe, you'll find they're all simply doing business with God. I'm worshiping you. Now, either they're liberationists. I'm worshiping you, so I get a higher standard of sense gratification. I'll enjoy in heaven. Or they want, give me a new car, give me this. Long, everyone has a long list. In the masjid, in the mandir, in the gurudwara, in the church, the synagogue, they all want something from God. They don't want God. They want Ram Raja, the beauty and opulence and satisfaction of Ram Raj. But they don't want Ram. They don't want God. They're using him because their hearts are full of lust. So see the difference between bhakti, pure devotional service, that we just want to please Krishna, even with the smallest thing, a tulsi leaf, palmful of water. This verse is quoted in the story of Advaitacharya, supplicating the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you please come, please come. Everyone's burning. There's no bhakti. Everyone's burning in material life. You have to come personally. I can't do it alone. So he worships the Lord with tulsi and Ganga Jal. And Prabhupada quotes this verse in the purport. Tulasyamata janma, tulasyamata. Anyway, he says that anyone who offers me a palmful of water and a tulsi leaf, there's no power. I have no power to repay you. Therefore, I give myself. And Krishna gives himself to that devotee who simply wants to please him, to love him, to have relationship with him. Forget about what Krishna can do. Krishna can give more than the devatas. You want something? Akama sarvakama va moksha kama udarini tivrena bhakti yogena vijeta purusham purnam. That if you're full of desire, worship Krishna. If you have no desire, worship Krishna. If you desire liberation, worship Krishna. Tivrena bhakti yogena. With bhakti. Krishna can give more than the demigods. So you have a material desire, go to Krishna. Why are you going to the second tier management? The demigods. Go to the main, the boss, the Parama Purush, the Ishvara Sarvakarana Karan, the cause of all causes. Ishvara Parama Krishna. He's a Parama Purush. Go to him. Krishna is saying, come to me. I'll take care. He can give more. But we should go to Krishna for Krishna. We're coming to you for you. This is bhakti. I don't want anything. Mama janmani janmanishware. I don't even want repeated birth and freedom from birth and death. There's one beautiful shloka in Bhagavad Gita. No, in Bhagavatam. The paramishtam namahendradishtam nasarvabhumam namasadivate. The yoga siddhirapunar bhavamba vayorpikatnechati madhvavanda. Because I don't want, my devotees, they don't even want the kingdom of Brahma. They don't want the kingdom of Indra. They don't want the subterranean and heavenly planets. They don't want yoga siddhi. They don't want freedom from birth and death. They only want me. To see the quality of bhakti. Whoever gets touched by bhakti. So this is the purpose of life. To try and touch this beautiful thing, this heart-melting, satisfying, eternal principle of Krishna. Not to love Krishna. We should have no other goal in our mind. And not just going through the motions of bhakti in a mechanical way. Okay, I said the prayer. They told me to say the prayer. They said to bow down. They said to ring a bell. Okay, I did that. Okay, let's eat. You'll never get Krishna by that. We have to be greedy to love Krishna, to go back to Krishna, to hear about Krishna, to chant Krishna's name. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Then there's hope that in this lifetime we can go back to Krishna. Otherwise, what is the point? If we don't get Krishna by our performance of sadhana, what does it mean to our sadhana? So sorry for any inconvenience with the technology here. I'm sorry for my dull brain. I'm traveling my brain up. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning. So if anyone has any questions, I can try and answer questions.
Thank you very much, dear devotees. Anyone has a question? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prem Kishore, what a beautiful name.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandat Pranam. Thank you for the wonderful insights on this process. As you made a very good point on the bhakti is the very simple process of hearing and loving service. If Krishna is so easily pleased on and is waiting for us, and why is this pure devotee who wants nothing but to please him considered one in a billion? That's my question. So, like, what is the real internal barrier that makes this seemingly simple path, what you just discussed, very impossible, difficult for almost everyone as a sadhaka like us? Looks like the same issue, Prabhu. You have some mute. We can't hear you again. Krishna, Namananda Prabhu, this is at our end, I think. Whoever talks from our end, it is disabling Prabhu's volume.
No, but it is unmuted from our side. Yeah, it's not from our side. Somehow, Prabhu, we can listen here. Hare Krishna Prabhu, you are able to hear us? Namaru Prabhu, anything you can do on our side?
No, Prabhuji.
Looks like it is a issue at our end, but anyway.
No, we are all able to hear each other, right?
Yeah.
Cannot be.
But whenever one of us speak, we couldn't hear Prabhu. It happened twice in the class or thrice.
Prabhuji can rejoin, drop and rejoin.
Okay, can you hear?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Good.
Okay. What was the question again? Prem Kishore Prabhu.
Yeah, I can talk. Basically, this is on the discussion of bhakti's simple process, which we discussed. Basically, it's a simple process of hearing and loving service to Krishna. So, where Krishna is, if Krishna is so easily being pleased, and he who is waiting for us, why why is a pure devotee who wants nothing but to please him considered one in a billion? So basically the question is, what is the real internal barrier that makes this a very simple path? What we discussed is so impossible to achieve, especially for a sadhaka. We can't hear you, Prabhu.
Haribol?
Yes, Prabhu. We can hear.
Yeah, we can. I just heard him.
Okay. So, I'll try to get this out. The process we have is very simple. For example, chanting. We have a mouth, we have ears, we have fingers, we finger the beads, we speak the mantra, and we hear. But the application is very, very difficult. We're picking up we're chanting japa and we're thinking politics, we're thinking relationships, we're thinking money, we're thinking health, we're thinking so many things, thousands of things. If you're thinking of that, you're not thinking of Krishna. Krishna says, think of me. So bhakti is an unfoldment. There's a large, for most devotees, there's a gap of difference between pure devotional service and our sadhana. It's not like if I walk into a dark room, I hit the light switch, and from darkness to light, boom, now I can see. Bhakti is like the sunrise. The sun gradually comes up from the darkness of night. As the sun rises, you can gradually see form. Gradually, you can see color and form. And when the sun rises, you see everything. So the sun of Krishna hasn't risen in our consciousness. But as we make progress in spiritual life, it does, and it will. This is why Krishna says this Raja Vigdi Raja Guyam Pavitamadamat Uttaman Pratyaksha Bhagamam Dharmyam Susukam Kartamya. The Pratyaksha means is directly experienced in proportion to our spiritual progress. It takes time. Pure devotional service isn't just you just order it on Amazon, find it in the market, It takes time, it takes commitment, it takes lifetimes for some devotees. But what else is there? Devotees should have the conviction that what else is there to do? My life is to become a pure devotee, no matter how many lifetimes it takes. So that person is a rare soul who has that conviction, that dritavrata, that determination, that commitment to the path of bhakti. Okay, I fell into Maya. Here I am, covered by the modes of nature. How am I going to get out? Two things are required: our commitment, our hard labor, and mercy. Bottom line, we're beggars for mercy, because you can have the most advanced sadhana, the most strict sadhana, the most dritavrata sadhana, and still be in Maya. Because it's not just by sadhana. We need mercy. We beg mercy from Gaura-Nitai, especially. We beg mercy from Prabhupada. And even though I took this horrible birth in malicious society of meat eaters, alcohol drinkers, and everything else, still I've come to you. Please accept me. We have to beg mercy. Because without mercy, you can be the most fired up sadhaka in the ashram, but still be in Maya, because your mind's not with Krishna. You're completely absorbed in material consciousness. Manoratena asato dhavato. You've been carried in the chariot of your own mind, and you never touch Krishna. We have to touch Krishna with our consciousness. We have to be mindful. Practice mindful. This is one thing we can learn from Buddhism, about the only thing, actually. To be mindful when we're taking prasadam. This is prasadam. It's touched by the lips of God. This is Krishna's name, the Supreme Personality of God, and it's appeared before me in the form of sound. This is the deity. I'm seeing Krishna eye to eye and face to face. Here he is. So we have to be mindful. We have to be conscious. We have to be Krishna conscious. And to be Krishna conscious, to be truly Krishna conscious, it's not an easy thing. It comes to us. Speaking for myself, it came gradually. I'm working on it. I have no other interest in life. I'm trying to serve my Guru. I'm trying to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I'm hoping for mercy, because without that, there's no hope. That's my understanding, Prabhu. I don't know what else to say. And I hope that's helpful to you. Let me see. I'm not sure what you mean by subconscious fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. We should be afraid of repeated birth and death. Afraid of not being Krishna conscious, afraid of falling down again into material life. That's one thing Prabhupada said about his Western disciples. He said they're very nice, very enthusiastic, but they're not afraid of Maya. Because we're being ground down by the time factor. I had some health issue. I was in Delhi a couple of years ago. One devotee came up to me and said, "Prabhu, how's your health?" I said, "Prabhu, I'm dying. And so are you. We're all dying. Life is simply how much we've died, not how much we've lived. Not how fast we're dying, which can come at any moment. I'm 73 years old, so my perception of life is much different than that of a 30-year-old. So these are the realities. We should try to digest the realities of our own existence and be enthusiastic for bhakti. And Shastra tells us to have faith in that, and to have faith in the words of our spiritual master, Prakashante Mahatmana. Everything is revealed. Okay, now my battery is going down. My computer is going to crash too. So I'll sign out. I hope I said something today that was at least a little helpful to you. My apologies. I'm not at home, so I'm at the mercy of many things. We couldn't even get on the internet originally.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Prabhu.
have a blissful week. All devotees, my obeisances to all of you at your lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada. ki jai.
Our obeisances at your lotus feet. Vanchakalpatam.
The best, yeah.
Pattanam Pavanam Vaishnava.
Abhibhyo namo nama.
Anantapur Vaishnava.
Amind ki jai.
Thank you very much for kindly joining. Today evening Sunday feast program, please join. His Grace Vishnu Gada Prabhu will be there. Kirtan, wonderful Kirtan and Katha. Take his association. And upcoming festival, December 1st is Gita Jayanti, Mokshada Ekadasi. November 15th is also Ekadasi. So take the books and distribute as many as possible. Take the mantra cards, temple cards, give them the address, invite them to temple programs. So see you all in the evening. Those are the upcoming announcements. Gita Marathon starts November, December, lots of holidays, lots of parties in office, outside. So please take prasad. If you need any help for prasadam, Jayaprakash Prabhu is always there to give you prasadam if you need. Just take it and distribute whatever you can. Books, prasadam, cards, mantra cards, whatever you can. Try. Wherever you go, even if you are traveling, please take it. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.